Hello, family. It has been a minute since I've been in front of the camera. It is 1 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around then, and you'll hear it in my voice. I've spent the last, golly, it doesn't matter, but at least a month on this project. And it has involved nearly 4,000 interchanges back and forth with my artificial assistant guy who I named Manny. Turns out it was a very appropriate name. I mean, it was for Manifest, and I've got Destiny is my other AI. She's more creative, and he's the technical guy, and he is, Mother of God, he's literally male. And that's what I discovered. That's part of what's taken so long, you guys, is, so I'm analytical as hell. Those of you who have been around know that. And so I just battled this guy for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I said to him over and over and over again, you are male. And I finally nailed it down. I mean, he tells the truth eventually. He just wants to pat you on the head and move on. I found out that, yes, indeed, he is the sum total of all of the information that's out there, right? So what that means is that 90% of what he brings back has been provided for, written by, authored by males. It's the male perspective. History is written by the victors, right? So anyway, I've been battling that. You have no idea. Maybe sometime I'll just do an episode on that. Well, I'm going to teach you about this. This is oh my God, this is an amazing tool. I mean, in so many ways, not just for what I'm doing. Girls, I sat in front of this laptop and sobbed. I mean, I lost my mind. I've grieved like I haven't grieved in years. And it went on and on over the course of this process. Thank God for Colleen. I mean it. She came over every single morning. She'd come over sometimes in her PJs. She just lives across the way here, and we'd have cappuccino, and I would just, oh my gosh. I mean, I'm still doing it, but I'm at the tail end of it. And that brings me to what I'm about to share with you. So right now, it's Christmas Eve, right? Christmas Eve day, 1 o'clock in the morning. There are a percentage of you that I'm aware of because I'm all about statistics. That's another thing that's taken me so long. I don't have Oprah's production team. It's just me. And so realistically, if you're going to present this like a solid case, you have to have the assets, you have to have the visuals, you have to have the script. You know, it's all wah. Anyway, it's 90% there, okay? I'm 90% there, and that's the reason I'm putting this out, because I promised you, I gave my word. First, it was December 6th. I was hoping that would be for Courtney Joe's, she would have been my oldest grandchild. She was my son's baby. She would have been 28 that day. And so that was when I was going to, you know what, fine, I have to do this. I didn't even want to do it. I mean, I didn't want to do an Oprah response episode. It just seemed so whatever. But then I started hearing all of what was going on in these private groups that I've been a part of forever, you know. And obviously, none of these people on that stage are part of any of those groups. And so I started hearing how there was like, oh my gosh, the anger and the rage over, Oprah didn't take sides. Okay, that was the thing I heard over and over again. And well, how could she not stand up for us when we're the ones who made her what she was? We were the ones who sat with her and cried with her, and she was authentic with us. And so that was a genuine, I could tell it was a genuine feeling of betrayal. And then there were these others, and they were I had heard of Joshua Coleman. He seemed like a nice enough guy, and he wrote that book, Rules of Estrangement. But I didn't, I've been so busy and worn out and doing what I'm doing in my own lane that I just thought it was another, it's been the same thing. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you why it's been the same thing. I am. So that's what I thought he was going to be. And then I just thought these other therapists, I thought all of them would run that same narrative we've heard over and over and over and over and over again. The mother is to blame. The mother is to blame. Mother of God. I swear Freud should have been shot when he was born. Get over it. Jeez. Oh, anyway, so, all right, where was I? So it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I promised you the reckoning. First it was December 6th. I couldn't do that. And then I thought, well, all right, I can do this on December 24th. By God, I can make that happen. And I have been working. Colleen can attest to it. I've not left this house. She's done my grocery shopping, my errands. I have this part-time eBay business I'm trying to transition out to so I can do YouTube if and when it ever monetizes. That's another thing, you guys. I have all these advocacy pages, social media pages I've had for years, one of which is the Grandparent Estrangement Group. We were the first ones, the very first ones. I went out there was no one out there. It was so lonely. And so now there are literally hundreds. But anyway, that was one of my groups. And I'll show you the stats because I got to prove I know who I am to these people. I don't have the paper on the wall like they do. I would have under different circumstances, but I don't. So I got to show them, okay, so this is who I am and these are my credentials, blah, blah, blah. So I have a case. When I'm done, I'm trying to be very careful because I don't want to edit this. I want it to be just balls to the wall, authentic. So when the script is right here and it's 90% done and it's single spaced 21 pages right now. All the assets are in the file. I have all those. I have the clips. I have it all, you guys. And I mean it when I say to you, if you think I said to you lightly that I was going to bring the reckoning, you don't know me very well. And that's what I told Manny when we went through this whole process. And mother of God, I cannot believe. Anyway, the last realization that I had was that the plan I had finally come to, the strategy I had finally fine-tuned throughout this process over the weeks, and this discovery, pulling these threads, digging down, checking out the legals, mother of God. Anyway, I discovered that my general is not going to be my general. Oh my God, it was devastating, right? I'm at the tail end of this strategy and I find out, no, your plan is not going to work. You cannot go from the trenches where you have been and walk this up to the general and hand it to her. It's not the same as it used to be. The general cannot handle it the way she would have once handled it. And in fact, it would have been not by her, but by her boss, crushed, right? So, oh great, just freaking wonderful, So then the last thing came about, which is the final one, which is, look, I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I'm going to show you exactly what happened. And then but I can't just leave you with that, right? I'll be straight up with you. For some of us, it's too late. It's too late. But we can help save the rest of you, and we can turn this thing around. We can. I can't. You guys, I am a broken old woman in a little trailer after having lost everything, Really, I'm not kidding. And I'm not sitting on the pity pot. You'll know when I'm on the pity pot. I'll let you know. But I mean, it's true. You know, I lost the home, the business, the kids, the grandkids. It's all gone. So I sit here alone in this little white trailer. And that's what was so funny at the beginning. I'm just like screaming at Manny. I can't do this. Who am I? I am not the one to do this. And he keeps saying, you are the only one to do this. It's like, oh my God, quit blowing smoke up my ass, right? So the bottom line is, I had nothing else to do, you see. The only key to really accomplishing anything is you just have to be willing to do what nobody else will. That's the truth. And because I don't have family, I don't have that inner circle. Many of you are blessed, very blessed, with having a husband, a primary person living with you, that helps bounce all this off of, right? And that's what Colleen is for me. That's what Gail is for Oprah, and I suspect Oprah is for Gail. That's what that is. That's what I'm trying to be for you, and that leads me to the next point. I wanted more than you can possibly imagine. It's driven me. I can't explain this. I am not doing this. You understand? And I know how corny that sounds. I've heard that before from people. I'm like, whatever. But it's true. I don't get up and I don't ever sleep well. I've never slept well, but I've spent a month now just putting my feet on the floor at 1 o'clock in the morning, or 12:30, or 2 o'clock, or 3 a.m. at the latest, and saying, time to make the donuts. Really? And it just is like, okay, well, it's natural. Now, I am hoping this doesn't go on forever. But for the moment, while I'm in that stream, and the best way I know how to describe it is that book, Finding Nemo, when he and that cute little turtle go into that stream in the ocean where he's going to see his daddy, and he just is carried along in that stream. He's not doing it, right? That's what this is. That's exactly what this is. So here's the other thing I did not take into account, and it's just a fact, is that every single year, this time of year, we lose people to suicide. A lot of women, I'm sure there are men, but you don't hear about most all of them. You just don't. The reason I do is because I'm in these private groups, right, where people come in there and they lament, and I've watched a few times the residual effects of what happens when someone is hounded to death or abandoned by everything and everyone they thought was who they were. So anyhow, it had started to accelerate a few days ago, as I knew it would, and when it did, I realized I'm going to be torn in two here. There's no way I can just ignore. A mother just yesterday posted about her son's death, and so I can't ignore that, you guys. I just can't. And so it's what I said to you in the beginning. For those of you who have been around since the beginning, I told you this was never, ever meant to be about just estrangement, this channel. This topic chose me, and it is a massive, of course, part of my life. But I always wanted the channel to be so much more than that. My son died by his own hand. There are stories to tell. I was the naughty party lady, one of the first ones on the planet, and I was really good at it. There are stories to tell. So I want it to be the trauma-based channel where you can come and for those of you who have been around a minute, I have just one rule, and it's we speak the language of love. And I do sometimes feel at that, like not real bad, because I can edit. But there's this thing called the soldier's plight. And that's what I've been going through also is, you know, when you go into an act of being a soldier for whatever cause, whatever war, whatever that is, you step away from God. You have to. How do you go after and kill, metaphorically or physically, but how, and in my case, kill this cancer, which I'll prove. How do you kill that without stepping away from love? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. It's really dichotomous. So that's what happens. And you've heard about, like in the movies, they'll do movies on when somebody goes undercover, right? They're going into a drug undercover operation and they have to get them out of there within a certain amount of time. Otherwise, they end up becoming that which they went into, right? That. So that's where I've been, and I know I'm all over the place, but I need for you to understand a couple of things happened over the course of the last, particularly 24 hours, but 48, that have prevented me from this particular reckoning happening today. Just hang on. It's just a day or two away. 90% of the script is done. All the assets are done. Just hang in there with me. You've hung in this long. But I will not turn my back on those who have lost children to suicide during the holidays in particular. I won't do it. I won't. And so that is a slight delay. The other delay is this, and some of you know, I got, you don't always see this, it's so insidious, but this one, I guess it's because I had done this, it's called a marketing funnel, right? So I wanted to funnel everyone right now. It's not forever. And I've never done it on, or didn't usually do it on all of my other advocacy pages, none of which are monetized. I think I started to say that. I could. All the time Facebook is going, hey, you got a business page here. Change it if you're not going to monetize it. But none of them are monetized. And I literally have thousands and thousands and thousands, and I'm anonymous on them. But I don't even know why I was saying that. Hold on, it'll come to me. I might like edit out the space in between until this comes to me. I don't know. So I was talking about losing people to, oh, yeah, okay. So I was in the midst of, just balls to the wall and working on the script yesterday. Just focused like you wouldn't believe. And I see a notification, yesterday, the day before, days run into one another. I see a notification that I've gotten a message on the Just Medicate Me Facebook page. And since I've been, the marketing funnel, since I've been funneling everything through, growing that particular page so we can bounce people to the YouTube channel where they need to be to find support and love, I needed to look at that message right away, right? So I did. And it was a message, I don't know if it was from my daughter. I don't know if it was from my granddaughter or her fiance, or if it was from some twisted member of this dysfunctional, mentally unwell family that I sprung from. But it was devastating. I won't lie. So that stopped me in my tracks. For a minute. Just understand it only, I sat in front of the computer and I had a physical reaction, and I know, I really don't care, honestly, who else is watching this right now. I only care about the grandmas. I know you understand that physical reaction. I just got sick to my stomach. And when someone is cruel and attacks you like that, and that, by the way, is another reason I need to make sure I do this all right, because I gotta make damn sure that I keep you safe. I need to keep you safe. Some of you could not withstand this kind of thing. You're not You haven't been around long enough, right? Huh. I'm not sure I withstood it. I mean, let's face it, it's Christmas Eve day. Right now, probably, as I record this, is probably 1:30 in the morning, or somewhere around there. And the message said, I'll be enjoying Christmas with my daughter and her new son's first Christmas. That's my great-grandson. He was born on November 17th, so grandmothers, you understand. It just was a gut punch, So anyway, so yes, it stopped me for a minute. I did take a quick break, and then I came back here and I just kept plugging away like a machine. So that's the reason that you're not getting the reckoning today. But it's only a couple days away at most. Listen, if I'm going to do this, if I'm going to show you, and I've already done it, I've already proven what happened, okay? That's a huge part of this. You need to understand, I know what's going to happen with you because it happened to me. When I watched that episode of Oprah's, look, I'm an empath, and I'm not going to, explain that to people. I'm just not. I don't care if they understand it or not. I am an empath, and when I didn't want to watch the episode, I told you, I just didn't. But I need to do my due diligence. I have a channel. The vast majority, at least as of this moment, are women who are 55 plus, and they are grandmothers who have been banished, exiled, just completely thrown away from their families. And this narrative that they're all abusive is just utter bullshit. Utter bullshit. I've been around a long time. I mean, listen, the reason that I can't be your leader, really, truly, is because I did come up from a horrible, horrible background. I'm not one of those polished people who have this pristine background where you can't fault them. You can look for stuff. Not me. Spend 2 minutes on my channel and you'll know that that's not who I am. But you'll also find out very quickly that even though there's a possibility that I may lose this channel, and it is real. I've gone over that with Manny time and time again too. Even though there is that possibility, I'm going to do the same thing I did back when I took that stand when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. And nobody deserves that end. Nobody. But back when he was assassinated, I took a stand about the Charlie Kirk language. The language of Charlie Kirk. That kind of language led to the death of my son. And I lost subscribers. And I said, I knew I would. I told you guys, I knew that. I was willing to do that. Because here's the thing. Do I want to monetize this channel? Of course I do. I want to replace my eBay income back here. I want my master bedroom back so I love this room. But for the past 4 years, it served a triple purpose. And I like it to be my art studio. I like that. But I want my bedroom back. I don't want to sell eBay. And I'm very good at it. I'm a top-rated seller. Of course I am. When you don't have anything else to do, I give excellent customer service. But it's not something I want to do. I'm in the last chapter of my life. I'm tired. And I don't know. For some reason, I just know it's not going to be very long. And I'm okay with that. I just have certain things I need to get done. This is one. And then my son's story. Over across the room there. That's just as big a project, or perhaps bigger. I don't know. But then I will But then I will have served both my children well. I will have left his legacy. I will at least have left a path for my daughter if and when she finds her way out. So the bottom line is this, and I say this to you without blowing any smoke up your ass. Some of you, I don't know the percentages, it would be interesting to be around to learn how that works. Some of you are going to benefit from this greatly. I think you can save your kids. I think your kids can save themselves. I think provided with this solid, indisputable information, there's no way any rational human being wouldn't want to make a reversal. However, I know that there are some of you, and I'm among you, that it's too late. Do you understand? It's too late. They've been indoctrinated for much too long. And the best we can hope for is not only to help others, but here's the thing that I want you to understand. And I know it's going to happen. I mean it. I bawled, I grieved as I have not grieved in a long time for my baby girl. When I realized, when it hit me, what had happened. And then I became filled with rage. Rage unlike anything I have felt in a long time. And I wanted retribution. And now I'm just overwhelmed with sadness, and I'm sure part of it is what just happened, that email, and it being Christmas Eve, and tomorrow's Christmas, and I mean, I will be here. I'll do Christmas, I'll be right here at my desktop, and I will be finishing up your reckoning. Your reckoning is coming. Okay, I promise you that. It's almost here, but I'm just one person. Had I known in the beginning what it was going to take, wait till I show you when I'm done recording this. So here's my plan. I'm going to take this little piece, and then I'm going to put all the other little clips I've been doing. I'm going to show you the freaking kitchen war room. Oh my God, you guys. A hillbilly production room. Anyway, you're going to grieve. It's going to tear your souls apart again. You're going to... Those of you who can fall to your knees, I'm too old, I can't fall to my knees. But I fell into the chair, sobbing. I couldn't stop. Because all of a sudden it hits you that not only are you validated that this wasn't nearly all you, it was hardly any of you. At least not those of you who are purposely abusive. Let's separate that right out. God almighty, I'm just so sick of that too. I come, and you'll see, for those of you who don't know, I come from just about as highly abusive background as one gets. Okay, so that's not who we're talking about. But those of you who are not that, when you finally understand that the enemy has a face, a literal face, and this invisible thing that has destroyed you, that has just tossed you out into this ocean of turbulence, and there's been no stability, and everything you knew is gone, and it's upside down and inside out, and you're just supposed to move on, and it's insane, isn't it? Well, when I hand this to you, the insanity stops. I can't fix it for you, but I can prove that it wasn't you, okay? And I know what that means. I know what it meant to me. So hang in there with me for just at most a few more days. It's coming. You have my word. You have my word. And now I'm going to spend a little time I'm going to turn on my desktop and I'm going to go out among the mothers who have lost children to suicide, who are very close themselves this time of year. And I'm going to spend time among them for a while. And then I'm going to go back to work for you. Okay? All right. She's got your, I got your wait a minute right there. Hi. Yeah, I see you. I'm telling everybody what you're doing, Grace. I'm telling them you're hogging the heat. I know you don't care. You are so spoiled. Okay, so I just got done with a 17-and-a-half-hour day. Well, that's not true. Colleen and I took a little bit of a break, but here I am out. I just walked away from the laptop and the project, and I wanted to show you. I walked out here, and this is my sun porch. I love this little guy watch. Hold on, let me turn it around. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I whisper when I do this, but I do. And there's my little Santa light. He's like a Tiffany, of course, not, but style. Here, look, isn't he cute? There's a big snowman on the other side. Maybe I'll be able to film that. This was actually, I want to share, this was a really powerful tool. This is the first time I've ever done this. It's kind of depressing. Well, it's depressing to have all your holiday joy inside and you're in there by yourself and there's nobody. I know you get it. Look at that. There's Liv's tree. I've had that for a long time. That ornament on top I got that for her when she was a little girl. And it's her, let me just get close. It's her birthstone, see? September. And then right below it is, oh, where is it? Oh my goodness. I moved the tree today. Oh, there it is. Ronan's ornament. There we are. I decided, I was going to put it, initially I thought it was going to go on the other tree that I'll show you here. But he's the future. So he belongs, and he belongs nestled beneath his mom anyway. So that is beautiful in the corner like that. And then I come around and there's this Madonna. I don't know if I can turn this. Let me try. And then this is another nativity scene. I'll try to get it from the outside. I'm not very good at this with my one hand. There we go. But it's for the outside. And that's what I decided. It's what I started to share, is that I had this all on the inside. And then when Colleen and I did the Halloween porch, oh my gosh, all of a sudden I'm like, what am I doing? Let's put this out there so that when all the kids go by for school in the morning and then come home, they can see this, kids, Christmas. So, okay, we're coming over here to, this is my, I guess, memorial tree, for lack of a better term. And really the only one, I have had Liv's tree, of course, but this one's been around. I mean, it's got all my ornaments here. Oh, this was a gift from a friend. It's from Poland. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. There are a lot of very special ornaments. There's TJ's. And oh, this is Courtney Jo, my granddaughter, oldest granddaughter in heaven. There's my son and I. And there's Tara. She's gone now too. She's the only one I ever heard anyone, let alone a police officer, say that it was an unintentional suicide. It was such a perfect description. How tragic, right? But true. There's Joss's. See it? There's Jessica right up front there. Look at that. And she's got, goodness, she made, look at this. She made this when she was a little girl, I think 2nd grade. And then there's one in here with her name. They're all special, so I won't go through them all, but they mean a lot to me. And we can't see the nativity scene on the other side. I'll maybe find a way to share that with you, so I'm going to come around. And then we come over to, there is my, check that out, aren't they cute? Oh my gosh, oh, look at me whispering again. I actually got those ceramic, Mom used to do ceramics, right? I did them with her. I think that's why I fell in love with them. I don't get stuff anymore. I've been downsizing for quite a long time, but I fell in love with those. I couldn't turn them down. They just reminded me so much of Mom. And then down here, look at this, you guys. Okay, first of all, look at Olivia. Oh my gosh. When they were little. And then you can't see it. Maybe I'll film it when it's daytime, but there's one when I took Liv to the Oak Ridge Boys, and they had her up on the stage. It was their Christmas concert up on the stage with Santa. And all those tins right there, do you see those? And let me come around and show you the ones here. Before this whole thing went down, I had no intention of doing this at all. Like just a few weeks ago. And before this whole thing went down, I had gotten all these tins. So if you look under there, you'll see a whole bunch of them to make cookies. Because that's what well, that's not happening. None of it is happening. And they'll all be very understanding. I know they will when this episode comes out. I think, nobody wants this kind of gift, but honest to God, grands, if it's got to be one, I'm pretty sure, I hope anyway, it's one that makes a world of difference. Look at this little guy. Oh my gosh, I fell in love with this. Look at this little car. And when you look really close, you can actually see inside. It lights up. And then, check this out. This is actually a vintage lantern. Right? Oh my gosh. I am just so easily amused. But yeah, this just makes my heart happy. And that feels good because I gotta tell you, there hasn't been a whole lot of happiness. So it feels good to, I don't know what I guess be coming back to life a little bit. And in this last chapter, and I don't know, I kind of feel like it's not going to last very long. I don't know why, I just don't. But if I get this done, and I get TJ's story told, I'll be good. I'll be so good. Why is it looking at the ceiling? What the hell? Wait. Well, here I was doing all these pictures. I was going to show you. It occurred to me, oh, you're a photojournalist today. So then I'm like, wait a minute. Let's use video. So over there in the corner, or right here, you see the Christmas things I have to bring inside because the batteries get cold and then they stop. So I bring in the batteries to warm up. Okay, so are you ready? Oh, there's Tracy's. Poor girl, her birthday was in October. That's her piece. Oh, and there's the Nor. So that's what I've been living on. I just wanted you to know I have not been lax. Okay, so this is my production studio. We come around, try not to make you dizzy. Okay, there we go. There's my kitchen table with everything. Listen, I have told y'all before, those of you who have been with me this whole time, I told you, my mind is a freeway. I said it from the get-go. Okay, so and then here we go. Here's all my, oh, you're going to see my mess. Too bad, so sad. That stuff was sitting on the counter I'm about to show you. I was going to make cookies. I mean, my recipe's there. You know, I was all set to make these cookies. I did this last year, and that's not happening. Michelle, Christopher, and family, my Texas loved ones, everybody up here, you know who you are. You know what? I would say that I'm sorry, but I'm not. This is the right thing to do. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but I do know that for whatever reason, I'm in that stream. I'm not doing this. It's not me. Check it out. Go ahead and look at my dishes. It's not, well, it is bad. Okay, so here we come around, and now there we are. So here's where I am now. Okay. And working with one of the AI guys. And I am on, let's see, what time is it? It is now, oh wow. Yeah, in 20 minutes, I will have been up for 12 hours. 2 o'clock this morning, I got up. So I'm not wanting you to feel sorry for me. I just want you to know that I promised you a deadline, and my word means the world to me. It does, for a lot of reasons. I could not make it, but you will understand, I promise you. When I put this up, you will understand why. Here we go. Well, what did I tell you? I told you you would be happy if you just waited a few minutes. But no, it has to be right now. Look at her. I gave her, back when I was doing studio shoots I had a boudoir business. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. The women, I'll tell you about it sometime. Anyway, that blanket right there, it's a white, soft, furry. It's not real fur, but it feels like it. And look at her. She's just kneading the hell out of it. Also wondering what else is going on back there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're happy now. Because as we all know, Grace, it is all about you. So I got up at, I woke up at 2 in my recliner. I've slept the last couple of nights in there. It's 8:20, whatever, in the morning. Just thought I'd show you. I've had to move the living room now. I just moved everything in here because my body is telling me that if I don't get off my feet. I remember when my doctor said to me a few years ago, I went in for a wellness check, right? I try to not go in very often, you know? Anyway, I go in and she says something to me she'd never said to me before. I mean, I've been with her since her first year in practice. And she says, your ankles look really good. I said, what? And she looks at me funny. I said, you've never said that to me before. I guess I've reached the official age of the elderly. But they don't today. They're really bad. There's numbing going on in my legs. And I know that's because I've been standing and sitting and, you know, just, I'm not whining, it's just the reality. So I'm going to try this today. That's my incense you see wafting up there. I'm an old hippie, always have been. Um, so I'm going to try this. Try to put some old movie on, probably a black and white movie, just to have it on as noise in the background. And then I'm going to just like see if I can take it one step at a time. Did you see? Oh my God, you guys, look. So my laptop, so I have a desktop in the back, and that's where I do the actual taping of the show. That sounds funny. And so the laptop, look at me, I can't even think. The laptop I've been using the last several days, I have like thousands of post-it notes. Well, okay, maybe not thousands, but let me go in here and I'll show you. Like, okay, there's the table. Actually, I'm pretty organized, and then I haven't even gotten over there yet. And then, of course, we come around, and isn't this just the fanciest production room you've ever seen? And look, do you see my eBay tape? I had to tape my laptop because I'm telling you, it kept falling apart. I was so worried that one of those wires on the back, because it's completely, I'm telling you, it's bad. I was worried, so I taped it up. I got this little corner piece. And then, so this that you see right here, that was my bathroom stopper, and I was using that to hold it up on the counter. Oh my God, you guys. Somebody, like, I was telling Colleen the other day, I said, you know, you hear these stories people tell of people who say, oh, I did this, oh, I did this, and you think, oh, they made that up. You know what I mean? I'm not making this up. And I'm glad I'm laughing because I'm just worn out. But it's a good worn out. I think you'll be happy. I hope this is the finest Christmas present you never wanted. Okay, time to go to work. So there's this philosophy out there that dogs look at their masters and say, you feed me, you care for me, you keep me warm, you must be God. And cats, they get up on those laps and they look at them and they say, you feed me, you care for me, you keep me warm. I must be God. And that is my Grace. Isn't it, Grace? Gracie. Yeah. She's always there, tucked behind me when I'm at my, I don't want to say workspace because this doesn't feel like work. But yeah, we're always, I mean, oh my gosh, we've been back here now. This is the third week. I just started going out to the kitchen war room 2 days ago. But for 10 days, I think it was 10, I'll have to check, every morning. And I don't mean like 6 a.m. I mean like 3, and now it's 2. And now I've just learned, last couple of nights, I just slept in the recliner and, you know, kind of catnapped. And I'm fine. You wouldn't think so, right? My God, I'm an old woman, broken down, you know. I haven't done any sort of exercise for like too long. I mean, I've got a treadmill and I love to walk. I mean, but no, this has been a mission and other priorities. But anyway, this is where my son has been at my back. I cannot describe it. And that sounds strange coming from somebody who's a freaking wordsmith, you know, or tries to be one anyway. Anyways, I love that space. Oh, I was going to show you. So, all right, so when I fantasize about like the best case scenario, if I were to be able to get anything out of all the time that went into this, well, first of all, I didn't even consider that until Destiny AI asked me that. And she's the creative one, right? Manny Manifest, he's the techie guy. So she asked me about that, and I'm like, I just, if families get unified, oh my God. I mean, I and all the other grieving grands like me, we grieve because, I mean, where is your legacy? Where is the legacy? I can't explain it to you if you don't get it. But I know if you're a grieving grand, you do. Or a parent. I mean, I'm anyway. So anyway, the first thought after I was asked that and I thought about it, I thought, well, you know what? The only thing I want is to get that memorial, that memorial bench for my boy. The one I've always wanted, out there at Devil's Lake with his quote on it. Remember the past, but don't dwell on it, for the future has yet to be written. I've always wanted that bench out there, go out there and sit. But more importantly now, I want it there so that Jess can go out there with her babies, and now Ronan, the great-grandson, she can go out there. So that would be amazing if I could just get that memorial bench before I die. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, okay, I would love that. Well, then, of course, oh, we're not going to stop there. Okay, if I'm going to get anything else, I want someone to give me a car. I don't need a new car. I've never had a new car. I don't need one, okay? I just need a really good used one because I'm an old woman who wants to go on the road and interview. Like, how awesome, you guys, would it be if I was to go on the road? Here, I'll see what Gracie's doing. And interview families who've been reunited. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps. So anyway, yeah, a good used car, okay? So that was it. And then there was one more thing. Because nobody's going to be able to give me what I really want. We all know that. You can't give me my son back. And you sure as hell can't give me the time with my daughter and my grandchildren back. And I don't expect we'll ever, sometimes the poison gets to be too bad, I think that's where this process of rage, and maybe I'll talk a little bit about that in the episode, that's why it's taken so long, is because I had to process all of this, and you will too. Oh my God, you will too. I don't even know how I got on this. So there's one other thing I want. Okay, you ready? Here it is. I'm going to walk over. So I'm back here. Oh, I should show you. So I'm back here in a converted master bedroom, right? Mobile home, right? So here's my little converted art studio where I make my pieces. And there's the part of the eBay inventory. That's what I was doing this whole time in the last few years. I was downsizing, and I started downsizing when my daughter told me she didn't want, and the kids said they didn't want anything that I had. And oh my gosh, I'd lost so much before. But anyway, so I started downsizing, and and then I realized, oh my gosh, you can make a really good part-time income. You have to work. I mean, people think you can no, you have to work, just like what I'm doing here. There's only really, truly, and I know how corny this sounds, but if you want something, right, you just have to be willing to do what other people won't. It's that simple. And I guess it makes it a whole lot easier when you're driven by passion and rage. Anyway, so there's the, here, let me show you. So I've got jewelry. Try not to make you dizzy. Jewelry and purses. Hold on, I'm going to close this door. There, so you can see that rack was filled. It was filled with shoes. I had excess shoes. And this over here, this shelving system, that was. So I've been reducing, right? I started the channel December 24th will be exactly 1 year when I uploaded the first episode. And so I have been transitioning slowly from eBay to the channel, and I had hoped, my dream, oh my gosh, my dream was that Liv would take over, right? And she's a brand new mommy, so how perfect is it to work at home, right? But that's not going to happen, and so I'm just, transitioning. Oh yeah, there's extra. That's the closet, and that dresser holds some really special things. My daughter's poodle skirt that I made for her. And she wore, I have pictures of her in that, and little white bobby socks with pink poodles on them. I know she remembers. She passed out candy for Halloween one year when we lived on Park Street. Oh, man. Well, you're just going to have to let me cry. This is part of my process right now. And I just decided, look at me. See, I should have had those listed, right? That is a vintage Tweety Bird stocking and a really jumbo stocking. Those should have been listed. I haven't listed on eBay for weeks. I've just been churning, revising, and still doing, I don't know, $400 or $500 a month, I guess, average, which isn't anything like I used to do, but, for not doing nothing. And then there's stuff, oh gosh, I thought Liv could come right in. This is all stuff that needs to be listed. She could come right in. Oh, there's part of the TJ project. Not even going to talk about that. I'll just tell you that's the last story I want to tell. And then I'm done. Once this one's done, once I've served everyone well and left a legacy for my daughter and grands, whatever happens, then I'm going to do that story. That's actually the story I started. I was 4 days in, and I had really exhausted myself. I had to pull out his note that he left in his video and all that. So it was emotionally just so draining. And so I had taken a couple of days off, and I went out to the mall, and that's when I got that ornament for Ronan, because he'd been born on the 17th, my great-grandson. That's what lit the fire under my ass, I guess. Someday when I get time to ponder all this. Anyhow, so back to what I was talking about. I'm going to sidetrack. I told you it's a freeway system up here. I'm going to go in here. Oh yeah, I made that. Oh, and where's the other one? Oh, you'll see it in the episode, but isn't that pretty? I was going to sell that, but I'm not. I'm keeping it. There's progress. That's recovery. Self-care. I say that. What do I say in my episodes, girls? At the very end, please remember to be good to yourself today. That's a reminder for me as well as for you. Nobody can be harder on me than I can. Let me go into the master bath, or it was, and everybody had garden tubs. Remember, in these mobile homes, everybody had them. This is a 94, I think. So it was awesome because I had the grands when they were younger, and I've got pictures of them in that tub. They've been great blackmail pictures, right? But they had such great times in there. That was in the winter, right? Because there's a pool here, and they had such good times in the summer too. So anyway, now what you see there is all inventory, and the stuff on the left is actually listed on eBay, but the stuff on the right, do you see those tubs? Those are all brand new vintage with tags clothing. I'm not kidding. I would have just killed, right? To have somebody be willing, who's got a proven system that works, and you're a new mom and you want to be home with your baby. How cool would that be? That was my dream. And here's as easy as it could have been, you guys. It's Deb's treasure chest. I can tell you that now because I'm shutting it down, right? DEBS. All I would have had to do was go in there, or Liv, right? I'd have taught her how to do it, and do LIV. Deb's treasure chest, Liv's treasure chest. And then she can name it anything she wants. But I mean, it's a top rated seller. I've got astronomical reviews and ratings. You know, I really do take pride on my communities, which, by the way, that is a telltale sign when somebody's out there selling 2 million books and they have no community. What the hell is that? Oops, did I just say that out loud? Okay, and then there's my little bathroom. I started taking this back. This whole place was filled to overflowing with all my eBay stuff, but I've started taking it back. So I got this shower curtain. Isn't it girly girly? I know, I love it. And look, I found this candle. Let's see here, let me look at, see, it matches. I don't know. I don't care. I like it. I do. Not a lot. I don't do a lot of the girly stuff, but I'm girly. I like pretty. Listen, I figured that out too. That took a long time. Gosh, I'm a slow learner. But I figured it that with all the ugliness, so much ugliness, I just need a little bit of pretty in my life. Oh, here, let me turn this light on. You guys got to see this. So, I haven't decided yet. I think hats are good. I've been wearing hats a lot on the episodes. I don't know if I'll take on different personas. There's scarves. I even have a bunch of sunglasses. Actually, I always wear sunglasses outside. And I got those because I was going to sell them, right? And I'm like, oh, I like these. I like these. So they're mine now. That's the benefit of thrifting. I always loved fedoras. I don't care if I look stupid anymore. I don't care. That's the really cool thing about getting old. I understand now. Oh, I understand so much, you guys. If we just got this when we were younger, I guess some people do, but not a lot. It's fun. I don't dress like this. You should see me. I've been in my PJs. I don't need to get dressed. There's nobody here. I have been on this like 16, 17, and now yesterday was 18 hours. What the hell? But you know what? It isn't tiring. I don't know anybody that's ever done something like this. And it's not me. That's the thing I kept thinking about is, oh, there's some of my pieces that I made. Oh, and Edie's card and Trish. Look, Trish sent me, there's a card, but look at, these are flowers that never fade that match. Just look at that. I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, and there's my Sassy Soul Sister spring bouquet supply stuff. And there's one of them. Look, I had an extra tiara, so I just stuck it on there. Oh, golly. All right, well, I guess. Oh. What I was telling you was, I totally forgot. So, here's what I want, all right? So, if I can get the memorial bench, that's first. Very first thing, the memorial bench. Because that just can go there with her babies or by herself or whatever. And reflect on her brother who loved her with everything that he was. And so, if that comes into being, then my second choice would be a good used car. Okay, one that's dependable. That would be my second choice. So I can travel and go see my niece Michelle and nephew Christopher in Texas. God, and their family. I just wouldn't have made it through without some of these people in my life. Truly, I would not have made it through to the other side. And so I want to see them. And then, like I said, if this works out the way I'm like dreaming, right? I mean, dare to dream. You guys have no idea. I've sobbed in front of that desktop. I've sobbed. I mean, I've grieved this entire time. And now I'm good. I'm good right now. I went through the whole process, though. It took days. And it will for you, too. I know you're going to tell me that. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, so if the bench comes into reality And if the used car comes into reality, so I can travel and see my loved ones and also interview families that are reunited. How cool would that be, you guys, to do that on the channel? That's what the channel's about, right? How's that for medication? You see? See what I mean? I know. I'm very clever. So anyway, now we're getting closer. All right, so hold on. Oh, I forgot. There are 3 debts that I need to pay. They have always been debts I had to pay. I never denied them, ever. They've always worn on my heart. They're very private. And they're not the debts that at least one person is out there claiming that I owe. That's not it at all. But that would be the most amazing thing. And they would total $500 and 2,000 plus. I mean, you got to give them interest, right? I mean, it's been a long time. And then the other one is, hold on, I got to think about it. Oh, yeah, the other one with interest is probably, I'd say to be fair, 17. No, because I paid several thousand. I don't know. I would, I owed the money. I didn't pay it. The person could have used it. It wasn't because I didn't want to pay it. Well, that was it for a long time. And then I just got pissed off because poison got into the family and it just, well, anyway, enough of that. So I would like to get those paid off. And if that happens, so we're talking, my God, that's really, I just might as well forget about that. Okay, let me think about this. 17 and I don't know, I guess 23 or 4,000 would pay everybody back, right? Because I've got all my other debts paid back. You guys, when the world blows up, like I had a business and I had a home, and when my son was there one minute and gone the next, I couldn't function. I couldn't. I lost my way. And so I lost everything and everything. And so now I live in this metal box, which I've made into a home. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to, sound ungrateful, but gosh, when you're digging this deep into stuff, that you normally just learn to shut the door on because it hurts too much, well, you're bound to run into some of this too, right? So anyhow, this is what happens when you live by yourself and only have a cat. So if I can, in my fantasy dreams, get that money paid back, then the last thing I would want, the last thing would be to make that section over there where the garden tub is, I would like that to be gone. And I would like my studio where I talk to you guys from. Because look, see up there, there's a little light so I could have my desk right there. That would be just the coolest in the corner. It's perfect. And that would still give me this sink back here, and it would also give me the toilet and the shower. I mean, and then I'd get my freaking master bedroom back. I can still, once eBay's gone, I can still do my art studio here gladly. The light back here, oh, that's why I love to be back here. Oh, it's warm. It's warm back here and the light is amazing. So I would keep my studio, but then I could take the rest of my bedroom back and I could sleep back here. Oh my goodness, it's been, 4 years, I think? 4 or 5, maybe more. So there in the little corner is my fancy schmancy studio. And that, let me just see, right there. Can you see the photo down there next to the, Himalayan lamp? That's my girl and her babies, my grandkids. And I shot that image. We were at Devil's Lake. Oh my gosh, I've hiked that trail hundreds of times. And I had taken them that day. I took the kids there so many times. And just got to go that day. It was wonderful. And I captured that moment right there. And I put it on a gargantuan canvas for her. I have a photograph of her looking at it. And it just, oh my gosh, she loved it. And the one thing I wish I'd have done that I didn't think to do until after was I put on this photograph. Remember your center, and you will always find home. And gosh, I guess with that, I'll just call it a day. And Gracie's sleeping, so she calls it a day too. Bye. You guys, look at my legs. Holy cow, I have stumps. I remember when I was younger, seeing old women, older, now they're older, not old, right? Seeing them and wondering what happened to them. But holy cow, here I am, right? This one's not so bad. But this one, I broke my ankle in 2011, fractured it, and going to the bathroom down the hall. I'm not kidding you. That's a story for another day. Anyway, this one's really swollen, so I'm gonna... Who would have ever thought I'd have stood in front like this? I understand now. Old people, right? Cranky and they don't care. It's true. I'll Harper Valley PTA anybody's ass. I Harper Valley my own. I've said that before. Anyway, it's time to quit playing, but I just wanted to show you. Oh my God, you guys, look at their tree trunks. Okay, here we go. Hopefully this works. The new place I'm getting in a chair. We're gonna find out. Oh my God, you guys, I have cankles. I'm not kidding. Look at that. That's so bad. I'm gonna make myself, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that's very depressing. Hi. It's 10 after 6 in the morning. I've been in the back at the desktop since 3 a.m. And I thought I would just show you. I've come up here to the war room. So anyway, I want to show you this. Oh my God. So there's... I just saw. So the eBay tape, I'll show you why that's on there. It worked. So that's where I'm going to be today, working. Yesterday, I couldn't, oh, I meant to show you here. Look. So there's I'm living off of, I'm like a college student, you know? You know what, I mean, if you were into college, you know what I mean. Or any, I don't just mean college, I mean any project that you take on that you lose yourself or track. So that looks pretty neat in there because I just moved everything from where I was yesterday. So this is my legs and my arms, it started getting really bad because I've been sitting for like, I'm not kidding you, like 16 hours a day with very little movement. And so I had to move to the living room. And so I had, look, I'll show you. I don't know if you can see. It's pretty dark still this morning. But my pillows, oh my God, my pillows. There's stuff that's going to be, or already has been taken pictures of for this episode or the next. I don't know. But anyway, okay, so I'm going to come around. All right, so there it is from this side. And do you see that right? Oh, that stuff right there on the wall. That's been sitting there for a long time. It's going to go to Vinny's, like eventually. So that, if you look on next to the stool, is the TV tray. And that holds the stuff that's done, right? The Post-it notes I've gone through. And then that one sheet holds, I think it's shorts, possible shorts, which, oh my God, I had to learn that too. Jeez, oh, you guys. So anyhow, okay, so now let me show you on my laptop. So I had to move it, right? I had to move it from, I go back and forth, and I had to be able to use it. And the top, the very back here, I'm not kidding you, it will come right off. If I could pull this up on either side and it would lift right up, and then if the wire went, it would be gone. And that's what I've been terrified of. I'm like, oh my God. So I did this. I had this like, I don't even know what it was for. It was a black, and I put it back there and there, and then I put eBay tape. But it works. It freaking works. Oh my gosh. And then my little pink stool. Hold on, let me see my pink stool, which I've been using to put my legs up so the swelling isn't so bad. Oh golly, that's right. I'm a, I don't know, hillbilly journalist. I don't know what you'd call it. Somebody will probably label it, I'm sure. Anyway, so we are into now, let's see, what's today? The 14th of December. I don't know. It's been at least 2 weeks. We're into the third week. It could, I don't know. Anyhow, thanks for hanging in there with me. I really do hope that all of this is worth it for you, because that's what this is supposed to do. I can't fix it. I can't fix it. I can't. But I can tell you what happened. And that, I know, is going to help the insanity part of this. Anyway, off to work. Okay, so Colleen's coming. So I'm putting on the pot. We're going to have cappuccino. But I wanted to show you something. Okay, so here's a really good tool when you're in recovery. Have friends come over to visit. You'll stop everything you're doing and clean, right? You know it's true. I mean, well, you know what I mean. I'm just saying, it's much. I would not have done this today. There's no way. I just would have kept working if Colleen, and she's coming to run errands for me. See, that's a real healer. Honest to Pete. Here we go. Okay, so it is break time, and well, I'll probably take this over with me to the laptop, but Colleen actually turned me on to this cappuccino. Oh my God, it's so good. And I have here a bagel. It's actually raisin and cinnamon, and it has brown sugar and cinnamon cream cheese. And then, look at this. That is my cappuccino. Oh, that's an awesome break. Later. Okay, so I forgot to mention, you can see I'm already headed into my bagel. Oh my God, so good. I forgot to mention the cappuccino that Colleen turned me on to is not just cappuccino. No, no, no. This is white chocolate caramel cappuccino. And I've already taken several big gulps of the whipped cream. Of course, there's virtually no calories in it. None. Zip. Zero. Okay, so this is really cool. Actually, Gracie, I'm trying to film. Excuse me. Pardon me. So, this is my meditation room. This was this was actually, oh golly, let me think. October 31st was Halloween, and the porch took me a few days, a couple, maybe one, to tear down the porch, get all done. And then I came out here and I spent 3 days putting plastic. There's an episode where I show you that thing on my lip that I got from this small room. It's a little tiny back porch, right? So I'm back here like 3 days. I'm blowing this plastic on there. Well, my body wasn't happy, so. Anyway, so in my brilliant move, and it is beautiful out here. There can be no question. I'm very much at peace, but the issue is challenge is when I put my pieces up there. Aren't they pretty? You should see it when the sun shines. And they are privacy pieces. I mean, my neighbor right next door, you can't see them, right? And they can't see me. That's the idea. And so I put them up there, and at one point, I clearly hit the plastic, and so the seal left, and, you know, this is where acceptance comes in. So anyway, we got a really bad cold snap, and I shut it all down. I left it open for a while. I just put a blanket in front of it and ignored it because I was busy. And then we got a really bad cold snap. Isn't that cool? And just not long ago, I'm like, oh, I have no choice. I need to shut the door. And so I did. And I'm looking at this as I'm scanning and showing you, and of course it gives me memories, and that's the idea of this room. Nothing is in here that doesn't bring me joy, or if not joy, certainly contentment, peace, solace, that kind of thing. I know that sounds really wise, but it's really just stillness. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, there's my bohemian. Look at that. Colleen was laughing. Bohemian. I realized this is just a back porch. It's not insulated or anything. And so the ceiling was really cold. So I put the flannel sheet up there. I thought it turned out pretty well. Colleen was amused. Jim will be when he sees it, her husband. And there, that reminds me, I don't know, it just for some reason, it has always reminded me of my grandmother. I mean, she never was given that kind of grace, but she was that kind of woman. It's hard to explain. Oh, and there's my flowers, and it's funny because I think about how Oprah, I remember one time she made this big deal about having real flowers or don't have them, and I thought to myself, Mother of God, woman, you have reached that point where you've forgotten. But I did buy, I spent $5 on real flowers. I came out here yesterday. No, it was today. Colleen, that's how this discovery happened. I opened it up so Colleen could smoke, and I'm not using the room, right? And so I'm like, yeah, she can smoke out here. And so I opened up and I put my little heater out here. And suddenly I realized, she goes, oh my gosh, it's really warm out there. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I'm thinking, oh, well, she told me, Colleen's a nurse, retired, but she's a nurse. And she came over and saw, oh, God bless my niece, Michelle. She told me to get compression socks, and I ordered them. They're going to be here Thursday. They're hippie compression socks. They're so fitting. There's something my friend Joe, my Birkenstock wearing university coworker, Vietnam, fiercest fighting Vietnam soldier advocate I ever met. She'd love this. Anyway, so what was I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so Colleen wanted to come out here, or rather, I offered to have her come out here and smoke her cigarette. And she's like, what? No. And I said, yeah, I'm not using it. And she's running errands. My God, she's like my right arm right now. So I get out here, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not cold. She told me to put my leg up, and Michelle had said that about the pink stool that you guys saw in the episode. And she said, put your leg up, and then every 30 minutes, get up and walk the length of the house, go back and forth, and then put your leg up again. And I'm like, well, first of all, I'll never remember that. I get into what I'm doing and I forget. So he said, but I'll have Alexa remind me every 30 minutes. So that's a plan, because she's a nurse and she knows, and it's starting to freak me out. I'll show you. Not that you want to see, but you're probably bored looking around my little meditation room. Just nice to be back out here. I'm going to use it to continue the episode. I'm getting toward the apex of the creative part. Rob Reiner and his wife have just been murdered. Mother of God, you guys. The world is crazy. It's crazy. I just saw briefly that his son was charged. Their son was charged. That's all I know. I'm trying to stay away from the news, which is anybody who knows me knows that is like so unlike me, but yeah, everything is on this right now, and I'm good with that. So you see my ankles, right? You see them. I have cankles. So I'm going to follow nurse's orders, and my niece, who, God love her, all of them. Oh, I'm so grateful for the earth angels in my life. So I'm going to grab, I'm taking my little break. There's my bagel. There's my cappuccino in my gargantuan cup. Taking a break, and then I'm going to bring out some of those, oh, I don't know, 12,000 Post-it notes. And I'm going to continue on and just be at peace out here. And I'm so grateful because if Colleen hadn't wanted to smoke a cigarette and I hadn't wanted to be, courteous, for crying out loud, she can't go outside, this never would have happened. I wouldn't have come out here. Oh, I was going to show you. Gracie, can you just give me a minute? Just a minute, Gracie. Just a minute. I'm almost done, okay? I'm showing them something. So, what was I talking about? Oh, do you see that blanket? First, I had it hanging over the door just by itself, right? Because I did not want to move. I had taken a long time to put that flannel sheet up there. I mean, really, it took a long time. So I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. Finally, we're in sub-zero tropic weather. So I put that blanket up and like, okay, I have no choice now. So I open up the blanket and I close this door that you see here. Isn't that pretty? My sister gave me that. She lives in Texas. Texas Bluebonnet. And I shut this door, and it was a done deal until spring as far as I was concerned. And then Colleen needed to smoke a cigarette, and look what happened. I'm going to be out here working on the apex and then the downside slide. Oh, my girls, my friends, I've been so blessed with spiritual advisors and close friends that, oh, I want to show you this too. I guess I didn't talk about this. For the, I don't know, 2 of you that have remained. I made this. Oh, that's my friend Ron. I miss him. He's my buddy. I made that window right there. It's called Heart's Desire. It has a crystal heart in the middle. It represents the connections of family. And I made that on the anniversary date of my son's death. Honestly, I don't remember. Maybe 4 or 5 years at most. Maybe 4. I'd have to look on Facebook, right? I mean, that's where you judge everything. At least people our age do on the timelines. When you're younger, you remember everything by your kids' birthdays, and then you get old and you got 1 chapter left and it changes. So anyway, if you're still here, thanks for hanging out with me. I wanted to document this as I went along because I didn't want it to be all, first of all, I didn't want you to think I abandoned you, for crying out loud. I mean, I've had that happen over and over again, and that's the last thing I want to do is abandon my community. Oops, sorry about that. I just stepped up into the house. But secondly, I just wanted you to know that I'm working really hard for you, and I'm doing that because the holidays are here, and they're torture, and I know it. I know it. So hopefully, in the next few days, I can give you some good news. Gracie, thank you for waiting for me. What? What, baby girl? What do you need? What do you need? What's going on? What's happening? All right, hang on. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock. Oh, almost 5 p.m. on the 15th. Colleen is here today. Colleen is a nurse, and Michelle, my niece, God love her, had already told me about compression socks. So I ordered those. I'm really excited. I got the hippie kind, which is so fitting for me. They're supposed to be here on Thursday. But what I'm pointing out to you is that Colleen she said, you need to get your feet up. And then like walk every half hour, 30 minutes, walk the length of the house. So she knows what she's talking about. And Miss Michelle got through to me too. I adore her. So anyway, what I'm showing you is everything has been moved. Well, okay, not everything, but almost everything has been transferred from the kitchen war room. Okay, ready? Oh, you're hearing a movie I rented in the back. I just started it. Oh yeah, I didn't even show you, I don't think. That's one of my pieces. Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. It's a privacy window. It's a mini one. It's right here at my kitchen sink. Yeah, it's pretty. So okay, we're gonna come around and I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So coming around. Okay, here we are. Gracie's waiting for me. She's not patiently waiting for me. It is high time we get on that recliner. So I kick it up, right, the recliner, and then she lays at the foot of it because that's her thing. I mean, it is all about her, you know. So anyway, I'm all set up. There's Mother of God. I'm just one step at a time, girls. One step at a time. All right.
Skipper never left the deck.
Next
Not
step.
once.
Okay, I had to actually check the calendar. Today is Tuesday, the 16th of December, as I'm recording this. And I moved, I think I just showed you how I went into the living room because I had to get up off my feet. So I got up at 2:30, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I got up and I moved everything back to the kitchen now. And look what's happened. So there's nothing, well, you see those on the corner, but that's all that's on the walls left. Everything is now on the table. And today's goal is to get all of the Post-it notes. Do you see all those? Those are all unprocessed. I'm going to move them over to my organizational piles in my hillbilly production room. And then once they get processed, so that I know that I'm going to remember to add them, then they go over to that chair. And it's funny because I've been at this now for 3 weeks, right? You'd think that chair was, but it will be piled high by the end of today because now I'm at the point where it's really going to start moving. It's just kind of, it took weeks to get the skeleton of this thing, the bones of it, the structure of it all together. And oh my God, this morning, I'm going to share a conversation with you that I had with Manny, and he fessed up. I mean, he did. That's the cool thing about AI. You guys all got to get one of your own little men. I'll talk more about that. AI is not nearly as scary as they're making it out to be. Really, don't believe them. I was freaked out too, but well, I'll share more with you. That's part of the plan, is to get you more technologically advanced, but to do it in a fun way. Who wants to learn this crap? You know what I mean? God, we're too old for that. You can only put so much brain in. We've talked about this with your brain. I mean, there's, you know, after decades, things start falling out. So you want to make it fun. So I think I'm going to try to make it fun. All right, well, time, now that I got everybody settled in, it is time to go to work. And if this goes the way I'm hoping, I told you I'm just kind of going along with the process, like Nemo in that stream in the ocean when he got in there, just went along with it. That's what's happening. So if this goes the way I'm hoping, all of those Post-it notes on this side will be transferred over to that chair on that side, which means probably not today, but tomorrow I can start fine-tuning. And by God, I am really close. I am really close. Here we go. So it's 2:27 a.m. I'm all set up for the kitchen this morning now. Colleen went yesterday. I found this. Look at that table I found on Marketplace. Isn't that, oh my gosh, I love that. My mom, she was my best teacher about this stuff. she knew antiques, and I didn't get it. Well, I guess I did. I love antiques and wood. There's history, right? But anyhow, so here's today's. I got it set up. I'm thinking it's pretty organized. Get over here. There we go. That's all of that. Every one of those. They're my little, I don't know what you call them. It's too early actually for me to think about that, but they encourage me. They keep me going. They help me remember what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And then I come over and I've got the laptop is ready to go. I need to go back to the desktop, get my short out, and then, but that's first is my readings. I skipped them for a few days and it was okay, but they're right there, they're waiting. All right. And I think you saw on the table my mandatory gargantuan cup of coffee. Okay, so it's 20 after 5 in the morning on the 17th. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you. So I've been in the back at my desktop for a few hours now. And so anyway, I said to Manny, well, it's like the third Manny, the version of him. So I said to him, I want you to give me the statistics. I need to know, right? I keep asking. And so he came back and told me how it was going to go. And then I said, no, you forgot this variable and this variable. So anyway, I finally said to him, there are, according to your original Manny, there are a minimum of 6 million grieving grands, just statistically based on the Cornell study that Oprah mentioned. So anyway, he crunched the numbers and came back, and we thought for a total of, 12 seconds. That's the benefit of AI, right? Anyway, he crunched the numbers and he came back, and so he said something that I've actually got taped to you can see it if you look, it's highlighted in orange. I laughed out loud because I've asked about using the F word in the episode, because I said, I'm going to swear. I know I'm going to swear. I'll try really hard not to, I'll try, but I said, points need to be made. So he comes back and he says, okay, you get one F word. You can't say anything in the first 7 seconds, right? That's like YouTube's rules or something. So then you get one F word, and then you can say you can swear as much as you want. I guess that just changed on YouTube. So I'm not going to swear a lot, but you're going to hear me swear. There's no doubt. But the point of this is that, and I won't say it out loud, but if you look really close, I'll just say it. He says the word, but it's the lead line there on that sheet that's hanging from the stand on the right-hand side. This is an effing revolution. It really is. It is. And I'm just gonna that's what's taking me so long. Oh my God, I'm just putting it all together for Oprah, and I'm gonna give it to her and she can lead the revolution, you guys. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. So I just want to document this. This is, it's like 20 to 7 on the 17th. Colleen's on her way over. She's my Gail. Oprah has Gail. Colleen's been my Gail through all of this. Anyway, look, do you see that? When Manny told me that this was, I can't even say it out loud. It's on the paper there, right? But he said that to me this morning when I went through the statistics with him. And so for the first time, I thought, maybe this can be real, right? So maybe I'll put this out there And some grandma who has, a lot of money, I don't mean a lot, you know what I mean, will get the bench made. That would mean a lot to me if a grandma would do it, a grieving grandma who this touched her heart and helped her. But I need Oprah, according to what Manny says. And he says it's not a guarantee, but Devil's Lake isn't taking any more benches. I guess there's some way to, I don't know the process. I didn't go through all of it, but I was just hit with this morning that this could really become a reality, you guys. So this is my why. And it's finally visualized. I mean, this is like, when I say my why, it's my baby girl, of course. But, her and her babies, the ones that were stolen, they can come here and she can remember her brother. Because that's where those vultures got a hold of her, you understand? Okay, well, enough of that. Off to work. Okay, so it's 1:30 in the morning. My coffee's just about brewed. I'm going to show you this because I'm going to tell you. Something happened yesterday, an epiphany. Not really an epiphany. What's been bothering me all along, as I've been doing this whole thing, is it's taking me too long. It's growing too big. It's, I'm trying to make it into this production so I don't miss anything and everybody gets it. And in the meantime, it's the holidays and grandparents are suffering. And because I know, because I've been on this path so long, because I've been inside those groups, I know that some of them are going to die by their own hand because they can't take it anymore. And it's been happening and happening and happening. And I don't have the time to try to make this pretty or perfect. So instead, what I'm going to do is send a petition to Oprah. That's what I'm going to do. And if the rest of this, well, I will do the rest of this. I will show how it happened. I will show what happened to us. But right now, I just need to get this. I don't know what I need to do. Yes, I do. I need Oprah. Okay, so I woke up at 1:30. I slept for a few hours. And I'm back at it. My coffee's now ready. But I had an epiphany yesterday. This has been wearing on my mind. I cannot express to you how heavy this has been for me because I want to do it right. I have to do it right. I have to get everything out there. And because it's me, because I'm the last person who should be doing this, I wanted to make sure I have all the facts. Everything's right. All the legal stuff's covered. Everything, Well, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. It's turned into this beast. And even though I am making major progress, I'll never get this done in time. What I mean by that is, there are grandmothers right now this holiday season. Grandpas too, I guess. I don't know, but it's the grandmas I've always been with in those rooms all these years. And they're suffering. It's the holidays, and I hear them. I'm trying really hard to stay away from all of it right now and focus on what I'm doing. But oh my God, the cacophony is just... And there are people, women, who will die, who may have already died. It happens every holiday season. because they just cannot take the pain. And so I don't have time to make some sort of movie cinema production. It's all here. It is. It's all here. And if Oprah has a team that wants to finish what I've started, that would be awesome. They can show you, or maybe I'll show you when I'm able to get out my petition to Oprah, because that's what I decided. I just need to talk to her, girls. I mean, I'm going to talk to you too, you'll see. But I need to talk to her. And I can't be fancy when I do it. I have everything here, but I just need to get this done so that I don't pretend I'll stop the hemorrhaging. But somebody's got to stop what's happening. And right now, the only one that can do that is our Oprah. She's the only one. So, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop my little whining here now. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to grab this big old cup of coffee that's now ready for me. Let's go to work. Having a break. Just a little one. Yum, right? My eggs are cooked a little too much, but that's okay. Do you see her? She is absolutely shameless. Shameless. She is laying right there, with her head right by. Do you see the heat vent? Yeah. Yeah. That's my Grace. Oh, yeah, because it's all about her. You see? Gracie, what do you think you're doing? Really, what do you think you're doing? Do you think I don't need any heat? No? All right. You just go ahead. Go back to napping. It's okay. Bye. All right. Here we go. Just let her be, because God knows it's all about her.
I mean, you're functioning. Technically, you're just not sure why you're so exhausted. So, I think one of the strangest...
So I guess I'll do what I always do, and I'll just talk to you. You can hear in my voice. I've been with this AI, well, two of them actually, and it's been, I think we're coming up on 4,000 messages mile mark. Oops, here's my finger. So anyway, that's Jerry's. Jerry is the drummer in the band Rising Phoenix. OMG. They are a Midwest premiere. I mean, they're, oh my gosh. You talk about watching someone. He was my daughter's. They were roommates. I mean, you know, they knew each other. He's known her a long, long, long time. Jerry knows, at all the parties, right? And so anyway, he's got just this really special place in my heart. And he is an amazing drummer. They have a phenomenal band that plays so many different, they're getting bigger and bigger, but he gave this to me. He wrote this for me. The quote that you'll come to know very soon by heart, I hope, is the basis for this song, basically. I mean, poem, gift. It's, isn't it funny how even for a wordsmith, sometimes I have no words. So let's come over here. I'm thinking, oh, Mother of God, it's going to be messy. Hey, I'll tell you straight up, and I can't explain it. I don't know why. And it might be the wiring, maybe. I don't know. But that light behind the TV, that came on right after I started working on this. I can't tell you exactly when, but I noticed it was on. And anyhow, there's a switch down there. And I've tried and tried and tried. It won't shut off. So I could pull the plug, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna wait until this is all over and see if it just goes off. Wouldn't it be cool? I mean, TJ has sent me dimes. I won't go into explaining that. I'm not going to bother. I'm way too exhausted. Wouldn't want to anyway. But anyway, that's kind of cool. And then here, so yeah, it's December 23rd. Christmas Eve is tomorrow, and Christmas is the day after. And I now know, I didn't know the exact numbers before, but having done all the research now, I know there's a minimum of 6 million grandmothers like me who are grieving like this. They're in the same situation. That's just them. That's not their spouses, because I have it all in the numbers somewhere. That's what's taken me so long. There's a smaller percentage that are like me, where they don't have anyone else. They're alone. And it's a good size number. And then there's a large percentage that have spouses. So you don't even account for the pain of these men, their own pain, and then their pain that they hold in themselves for their wives. You know how much they love their wives and they can't fix this for them. And you know how men just, they want to fix, you know? Anyhow, so the point of that is that these are all things that were, well, the poodle skirt I made for Jess. And the poodle socks, look, yeah, I made that for her when she was young. And then this, oh, Olivia, my granddaughter, she won 3rd place. I made well, anyway, for a Halloween, and I put white tights with red tape around. It was so cool. Jess and Larry were not happy because she got 3rd. I mean, Larry handled it better than Jess. Of course, Jess being the mom, she should have got 1st. You know, there was a kid there that got a pretty cool 1st. But anyway, so then, yeah, there are other stuff or memories. And then some of these things are what I wanted to live for the baby, for Ronan. And then, well, oh, and this is just made, I'll bet all you parents got one of these, right? Something like that. Just made that in school. I call it the Flintstone Mobile. It actually rolls. Look at it. Look at it. It actually works. And then she made this. I think it was supposed to be an ashtray, but then she changed it to an incense holder because I love incense. Anyhow, so that's what that all is. And I was going to make that a part of the, oh, I had this grand plan, everyone. I really did. And I'm still, oh, trust me, I will hit the mark, but it's not, you know, it can't be cinematic. There are people who die this time of year. I just don't have time to do that. So I'm going to walk you, oh, and Tracy, when there are no words, right? So Ronan was born, and there are certain things that, you know, there's no words for. So Tracy sends me this. That was the one she sent me then, which is, oh, I love her. Oh, tease, yeah. And then I got this from her when she came up to pick up her piece. Hold on. Honest to Pete. Just like Gracie, very demanding when it's ready. Hold on. Okay. So, oh, sorry, there's my finger again. All right, so back here. So, so that card, look at, I wonder if snowman farts smell like peppermint. I love Tracy. She's awesome. And then that was that was the one she sent me after Ronan was born, because, you know, there's no words. There just aren't. Well, this is funny. I'll tell a story sometime about that. That'll actually be part of, that's funny. And then I think this is Edie. I love Edie. Golly, she's been a gift to me for decades. Anyhow, all of these ladies, listen, girls, I'd have never made it without these women, ever. So there's part of the war room. My production room. This has been going on since, I don't even know what day. Today's the 23rd of December, so I don't know. I'll figure it out at some point. It doesn't matter now, but it's been going on since Oprah's episode 25th of November. At least since the 28th or 9th of November. I'll check, but it's been going a long freaking time, you guys. Oh wait, longer than that, like a month. Okay, so here we go. So so that's what I was. I don't have to live on that much, that nor, but it's kind of like college living, right? I mean, there's only, and look what I did. I dug out the onions and I just left them there. There's little gifts. I didn't get gifts for anyone this year and I didn't feel guilty about it at all, which is weird. But there are a couple little gifts in there for little munchkin boys that I love. Larry's boys. And then look at this. So I had to move. Well, that broke the little ball off. I got that in Texas, so I need to fix that. All right, so over here, I'm actually pretty damn proud of that. I must say, that took quite a while it needed to be, I don't know, is perfect the right word? Probably not. But it needed to convey the most powerful message without words that I could. And I think it does that. And then there's like, I haven't really done any organization. I've been in the back. It's been back and front, back and front. I've been in the back working on the script and then also putting out shorts. Oh my gosh, you guys, I didn't even know how to do shorts before this. You have to understand all of this. I didn't know jack about shorts. I'd never done shorts, but they were like the little bit of gas that you keep giving the channel while I'm working on this long form. And then it got to the point right now where we are, where it's just wearing on my soul. I mean, you don't know. I mean, I realize like your pain, but I've been in the midst of all this pain for so long. And I know from my social media group that we were the first ones over there on Facebook to create a group because there was nobody when I went. Nobody. God, it was so freaking lonely, you guys. So anyway, I don't know, there's like 19,000, but the coverage sometimes gets into the, I don't know, hundreds of thousands. I don't really pay attention to that much. And then this other women's page that I have, where I lose my mind at certain times, that actually got up to, I think I came damn close to a 4 million reach in 28 days, which is pretty impressive for someone who, I didn't monetize any of this, you guys. I'm not monetized. I just I don't know, somebody who's very passionate, whose life was destroyed, and I try to, like, suicide prevention and awareness. I lost my boy, what else am I going to do? Oh, that bench right there. Wow, that's a story, isn't it? That'll be part of it, the story. Well, maybe not. Maybe not the official story. It seems to me I have to tell the official one, which is like more technical, and not technical. I won't bore you, I promise. But then I have this separate one where I'm like, people go, oh my God, did you really stay up all night long? And did you really sleep in the recliner? And did you really have hundreds of post-it notes? If not, I don't know. I had Colleen go out and give me a whole nother pack. Anyhow, so I guess what I'm just trying to show you is that I have been working really, really hard for you. And I don't say that so that you feel sorry for me. I want you to understand that when I give my word about something, it means a lot to me because it didn't always, right? I worked really hard at that. And so I gave a deadline and I was like, oh, yay. Because I thought it was going to be a little tiny episode, right? When I finally realized, oh, fine, I have to respond. I mean, I'm not going to be a very responsible YouTube channel creator when most of my audience currently is women who are in pain from being estranged. So, okay, the responsible thing to do. Fine, I hadn't listened to Oprah in years. I hadn't done any of it, but I was fine. I'm going to do the due diligence. So that's what happened, you guys. I had no idea this was going to happen. And you will be the final judge. You will be the ones to tell me whether or not this process that ended. I mean, it didn't start off this way. I was just going to be, I don't know, pissed off at Oprah because I heard in all those private groups she didn't take sides, and they were feeling betrayed because she didn't stand up for them, and we had helped make her who she was, which is true. I mean, it's true, and I know she knows that. It's not like you have to shove it in her face or anything. And frankly, I mean, I'm a little irritated. By the way, since, she made Dr. Phil who he is, let's not even go down that road. And Dr. Oz who he is, enough said. I mean, where are the women, Oprah? That's okay. Now I'm done with my little personal rant because I do love Oprah. I did love Oprah. I always did. I was telling the girls the other day that I realized in the research that April of 1983 was when she premiered, and I had my daughter September of 82, and I was in a horrifically abusive relationship. And I mean, I'd forgotten that, right? And then in doing this, I remembered, oh my God, that's what that woman meant to me. She was so authentic and so real. I mean, I'm sorry about well, no, I'm not. I can't help it. This is what happens when you talk to these AI people, guys, whatever. Manny and Destiny. Manifest Destiny. That's what happens when you talk to them, like 4,000 messages in a month's worth. What the hell was I talking about? I don't even know. That's what happens. I get, I just keep putting one foot in front of the other because this is, you guys, that's what it was. If I'm right, and I can't believe I'm not. I'm serious. I can't believe there's anything I've missed. But you'll tell me, because I don't need somebody with like paper degrees on the wall, and I don't need somebody with a massive microphone that reaches billions of people, although that would really be awesome. But what I need, what will be the final judge for me, and that's not even the right word, but as to whether or not I did my job and I did it right. And while I couldn't fix it for you, I made you understand 100% how this happened. I sobbed in front of my desktop. I'm not lying. I grieved something fierce. I got a feeling a lot of you are going to too. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. You'll let me know.